When the weather forecast is calling for heavy rain, gale force winds, freezing temps, and high surf, what do? At Busted Knuckles Adventures, we go to the beach. Busted Knuckles Adventures, where it's not only about the destination, but also how you get there. Prepare to leave for Huguenot Memorial Park. Connie asked the important question,
do you know how to get there?
And once I assure her that I probably don't, we're on our way. With less than perfect driving conditions, and conditions forecast to get worse throughout the night into the following day, we decide to make our cut for Huguenot RV Memorial Park in Jacksonville, Florida. Jumping onto US 17 South, then over to I-95 South, we soon find ourselves in Jacksonville traffic. As darkness falls, weather conditions continue to worsen. As we arrive at the park, we soon see we aren't the only ones braving the elements and arriving to the park late. After being checked in by very friendly staff, we head on into the park. As we venture into the darkness, this being our first time to visit Huguenot Park, knowing that on the right is the St. Johns River, on the left is an inlet off the Atlantic Ocean, a wrong turn is not something you want to deal with. Visibility is poor as the wind-blown rain continues to come down and the wind increases in strength. Just as we approach one of the roads into the campground area, a truck with his lights on bright approaches, and any night vision I did have quickly vanished, and I missed both turns into the campground. Once I realized we had passed both the turn-ins, pulled over, disconnected the Jeep, had Connie go out on a recon mission, find our RV site, and lead me to it. She did an excellent job. Connie did an excellent job finding our campsite, leading me to it, and spotting as I backed into our site. Go ahead and move on down a little bit so I have room, and then I'll back in there. see you.
All right, stop.
We woke up the following morning to heavy clouds, no rain, high winds greater than 40 miles an hour, and a wind chill factor in the low to mid 30s. We're at Huguenot Park, Jacksonville. We came in last night in the middle of a monsoon, high winds, heavy rain. Got into our site after a little bit of hunting. It's our first time at Huguenot Park. It's a nice park on the St. Johns River on one side and an inlet on the other. Right now we're still cloudy, high winds, the rain has stopped, but we're going to take a drive around here and see what the area looks like. As we drive along here, the sites on the right are backed up to the inlet. Those on the left are in the larger park on the St. Johns River side. Off to the left here are bathroom, showers, and the nature center. As we continue to drive, you can see the number of sites that are available here. There's quite a few. All sites have 115 volt, 30 amp, and 50 amp power hookups. No water, no sewer. There is a dump station here in the park, as well as a water fill station if you need it. While I was out, I went by the park office to pay the remaining balance on our next 2 nights worth of stay. The office staff did a great job not laughing out loud as they saw my hair. The 2 buildings straight ahead are the Nature Center, and the building to the right, just in the view now, is a bath and shower facility. With the weather not cooperating, we settled in for the night. The next morning greeted us with clear skies, diminished winds as I watched the sun come up. We decided to venture out, explore the park on foot, see what was up. In October 2016, Hurricane Matthew, a Category 5 storm as it blew across Haiti and the Bahamas, then took a course up the east coast of Florida, staying just offshore. A Category 2 storm as it passed just east of Jacksonville, Florida, causing significant coastal flooding and damage to Huguenot Park. The broken black asphalt you see in front of you still has the yellow lane divider paint, as this was once the main road through the park. The storm surge and flooding eroded the soil under the road and caused it to collapse. As you see here, the city of Jacksonville continues to rebuild the park, just recently restoring power to all of the campsites. After dropping Samson the Chihuahua off at the RV, it was time to go across the street to the Atlantic Ocean Inlet Beach. This inlet beach is a perfect place to spend a nice lazy summer afternoon. Grills by picnic tables on the beach. Throw out a towel, kick back, relax, or enjoy the water. Protected from the high surf of the ocean. Nice, smooth, great place to spend an afternoon. Or as the group down the beach was doing, a little bit of kiteboarding and windsurfing. Heading back to the RV, we decided to walk down the banks of the St. Johns River. This is the beach along the St. Johns River looking south across to Mayport Naval Station. Again, this is part of what used to be the main road through the park. As Connie and I walk along the bank, we discuss the amount of erosion that has taken place since Hurricane Matthew and look at some of the palm trees about to topple over due to lack of support. Somebody's eyeing my chips. Think Samson wants a bite. After lunch, we decided it's time to go to the beach on the ocean side. Yes, you can drive on the beach at Huguenot, Jacksonville, Florida City RV Park. As we drive onto the beach, we decide to turn south and head for the river and the jetties. One thing I find so interesting here is the calm serenity of the river, contrasted by the furious action of the ocean. Jumping back in the Jeep, we decide to drive to the north end of the beach. At the north end of the beach, you find the entrance to the inlet. As you can see, the miles of pristine beach at Huguenot Park is a must visit. Leaving the beach, we decide to go over to the inlet and check out some kiteboarders and windsurfers. On our last day at Huguenot Park, as I head outside to get the RV ready to leave, I see one of the ships stationed at Mayport Naval Base heading out to sea. To those who place themselves in harm's way to keep America strong, I offer a heartfelt thank you for all you do. And with that, it's time to pack up and head out on our next adventure. Let's see what's around the next curve in the road. So to answer the question, is a city RV park worth your time and money? In the case of Huguenot Memorial Park, I would say absolutely. With 3 separate, unique shorelines, beach shelters, and tent RV campsites, fishing, bird watching, or spending a day on the beach, I don't think you could do better than this park. On the way out of the park, we stopped by the dump station to dump the tanks. As we're heading out of the park, I get a reminder that you can never relax when you're driving one of these. Please subscribe and click the notification bell. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, or a thumbs down if you didn't. We appreciate your support at Busted Knuckles Adventures.